All right. All right. This just went live. Had a little bit of some trouble getting the stupid stream key to work. So we are pretty much ready. The video's live now. I wasn't sure if these are pre-recorded, if they're live, but based on what I'm seeing here, this is already like a pre-recorded video that they've presented for these. So I'm really curious to see how this all plays out. This movie has had so much freaking drama. It's ridiculous. What's up, Sonic Wright? Can't wait to see Grundy and Stargirl. I think Brainwave Jr. is still alive. I can't wait to see Grundy either. I know it's not on topic, but still, comic books. I loved it. I can't wait to see him like set free and doing something. And I'm hoping Henry Jr. is still alive. I'm holding out hope that he didn't go down, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and let's get jumping into it. This is an interesting thing for Comic-Con to kind of do with these panels.
The new mutants are dangerous. They need
This
to
a trailer?
control your powers.
In theaters. Or is this every time it's had its date changed? So we haven't talked about it, but they finally conceded the fact that I think it's releasing and streaming, and they just announced that Bill and Ted is also going to be doing that too. Fingers crossed. Was this filmed before that announcement? I'm pretty sure.
Hi everyone, I'm Ira Madison III.
They already
and we're
clarified
here at
that
San
it's
Diego
going to be
Comic-Con
a VOD
at
release.
home to talk about the New Mutants. Now, I know a lot of you are really big fans of the New Mutants, of X-Men. You've been waiting for this
X-Men,
forever,
yes.
for this movie.
Man, and that was supposed to come out on my
years.
birthday.
In
I
the
got
next
super
half
excited
hour,
for it too.
We've got guests, we've got surprises, we've got the cast, we have the director, we've got everything you could possibly want.
Man,
Aside from the movie itself. So, while you're
Maisie's so much
along,
older now
tweet
too.
using
I mean,
the
not like a
hashtag-
lot, but she's
hashtag
definitely
New Mutants
changed a
Comic-Con
lot
at
since then.
home to keep up with all the fun. All right, let's get right to it. I'm happy to introduce our director, Josh Boone.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Good.
I'm excited to be here and to get to talk
He
to
likes-
fans about everything, about the movie. It's gonna be great.
Unrelated.
Let's bring
He looks
out
like a
the rest of
love
the
baby
cast
between
now to
Benedict
join
Cumberbatch
you.
and James
First, we've got
Marsters.
Maisie Williams, who plays Rain Sinclair, also known as Wolfsbane.
Hi.
Hi, Maisie.
How are you guys? Hey.
Also, we have Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays
Yes.
Ileana Rasputin, also known as Magic.
Hi guys. How's it
I'm
going?
really excited to
Yeah.
see
Hello.
her kick
Loving
some
your
ass.
Greenhouse.
Thank you very much.
We also have Charlie Heaton, who plays Sam Guthrie, aka Cannonball.
Hey guys, hi. Hey,
Hi, Charlie.
hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, good.
Now,
We
these
also have
the
Alicia
characters they're
Braga,
playing,
who
I-
plays Cecilia Reyes.
I'm not
Yeah.
all that
Dr. Reyes.
up to speed with a
Yeah.
lot of them, but I'm aware of the majority of them. So
Well, it's good to
don't
see you
bank
today.
on my
Yeah, nice to meet you, Ira.
X-Men
Yeah, nice to meet
deep
you
dive
too.
knowledge here.
We also have Blue Hunt, who plays Danielle Moonstar.
Hi.
Hi, Blue.
How are
Blue
you all doing?
Hunt.
Great.
Now that is a name.
I'm doing. I don't know.
I think we can all safely say I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
like these
and
like
to
Zoom
round out our
style
cast, we
interviews,
have
panels that
Henry
they've been
Zaga,
doing. A lot of people
plays
been doing
Roberto
lately has been really
DaCosta.
fun. It's been very freeform and natural.
Hi,
It seems
Henry.
like a lot more,
Naga.
How are you, Ira?
I don't know, insightful
Good.
and energetic than just the big
Now that
stage
you're all
panels
here,
we're so used
My
to.
first question to you is, have you ever seen your characters in emoji form?
No.
What?
Ourselves with
All
our
right.
Oh, there they are.
Aw.
I like the blank stare one top right.
Cassie.
Whoa, this is so cool.
They're around this
Dude,
stuff.
look at you.
That is like my energy.
Your eyes on
Why do I
you.
look
Anytime
like
I'm not trying to
I think
react to
racist is my
something.
favorite.
Henry, like even as an emoji.
What's up, Trekopedia?
Oh,
You had to
my
drop
God.
DC
He's a
Universe.
real underbite.
I feel like a lot of people are going to be doing that
I love it. My
Wow.
ears are
in
so
the coming
cute.
years. Years,
Daisy,
months.
I wanna send yours to
They
friends
just
in the
dropped,
morning when they
I
ask
think,
how
the
I'm doing.
ability to do 1-year subscriptions,
That's like the Sunday morning
which means they don't
emoji,
want you
like
committing
ours last night.
long term.
Full score.
You can use these hashtags on Twitter to activate these emojis in your tweets. So if you want to use Magic's emoji, it's hashtag New Mutants Magic.
This is so cool. These people doing it like based on what they saw. That's so cool.
Wow.
For cannonballs, hashtag
Okay.
New Mutants Cannonball.
All right, I need to keep that in mind. That one right there. I want that energy all over my Twitter, man. That one looks so ridiculous. It's so funny though.
All right, fans, we also have a really exciting giveaway for y'all. When you tweet hashtag New Mutants Comic Con at home with hashtag New Mutants poster sweepstakes, you could have a chance to win one of these awesome posters created by the artists at Poster Posse.
That's
Oh, cool.
Moody.
Yeah.
So they made these just for this contest. That's rad.
Oh,
Yeah.
word. Oh, that's
Oh.
really cool.
They're pretty good.
That's amazing.
I don't know that I would like.
Fire.
Okay, that one.
Oh.
That one I actually like.
They're
The first two.
Ah, this
They're
album
okay.
cover.
Oh, that looks like a retro VHS cover. I kind of like that one.
From Dream Warriors, the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say that. It's my favorite nightmare movie.
This looks like
Oh,
a
these-
90s horror movie. This is cool.
Yeah.
This looks like I know what you did last summer, but it was a bunch of
Yeah.
summers ago.
Titans. I thought Titans was already
And
confirmed
so
to
if
be
you tweet using
hashtags
on screen, you can
season
win one
3
of those
for
awesome
HBO
posters
Max.
created by the
I
artists
haven't
from
heard
Poster
any of the
Posse.
CW
You guys
news
like
for that.
art?
A lot of
You're
that
gonna
show won't
love
fly on the
the rest of
CW.
the art that I'm about to show
Which,
you. You
speaking
guys have
of,
some
I'm
the
really
most
curious
dedicated
how
and
Swamp Thing's going to be
talented
edited
fans
for
that I've ever
TV.
seen. And we have a ton of amazing fan art that was all created by fans of the New Mutants.
Whoa.
Dude, Maisie Williams in Who was is great. Me, she was fantastic. I'd love to see her like a spin-off with her and Clara.
Storyboard artist. Exactly.
These are
Oh,
That one.
I love that.
Wow, I turned
They
into
look
a man
great in
from
like
now
the
on.
normal outfit
Wow.
or the
These are
uniform.
cool. They're really talented.
Oh my goodness.
This is amazing.
Charlie looks all beat up.
Oh.
Guys.
Whoa, these
Oh,
are
the
incredible.
shoulders.
Come on,
Oh,
please.
That's so cool. That's
Wow.
I'm okay with it moving to CW. Well, Stargirl, as long as
I love these.
they don't try to stretch it out
Oh my god, this is so cool.
and like have it do. Holy shit, man!
Wow,
Some of these,
amazing.
some of that art was
fan
fantastic.
art. That's amazing.
Yeah, the fan art has been so amazing to see.
As long
with
as the
delay of
budget stays
film, it feels
consistent
like so many people
and they
have
don't
just
try
used
to
that
ra-
time to just like
Yeah.
ramp it up to 20 episodes.
Cool.
I think they could do 16 like with Black Lightning and Legends and keep it
So much amazing.
fine.
Send it all
I
to
just
us
want
and we
them to
try
keep
put
the
it on our
the
story
producers,
streams
the
or on,
writers,
on our
and
things.
everybody that's
They're
currently
really
working on it
amazing
involved.
art that
And I
they've
think
done.
it'll
Every
stay
other 3
strong.
months, we get like this wave of excitement. It's like, now it's the time.
Yeah. Whenever New
Yeah.
Mutants is like trending again, and you're like, damn.
To watch like people like grabbing like frames of the trailer and really digging deep, like to do drawing that, like it's beautiful. It's amazing.
There's also fans who have just stolen every frame
Mhm.
from all the trailers to try to put together the movie, which has been sort of amazing.
I want to see that.
So one thing that I'm really
It's
excited
open
for
again, it'll
about
be like, there's
New
an
Mutants
asteroid that's gonna hit
is
Earth, and it'll be like,
they were always talking about the reshoots that were going to go back and happen because it was
We have
like
a
too
special
dark or
guest joining us
whatever.
today. He
Very
is
special.
the
and they never happened. So the original version of this film
Eisner-winning,
should be the one we're seeing.
Emmy-nominated illustrator who helped cement the look of New Mutants in the 1980s. Joining us today is Bill Sinkowitz.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Am I actually on screen? Are we sharing a public space here?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with comic book cast too, but everything
scripts and everything, and has been sort of involved.
I've
is
heard
a cheerleader really since the beginning.
as far as official terms have gone, even though there's nothing been like
So I don't
no
know if you see behind me,
announcement
this
made,
is the,
was
the
that
poster that I
season
did.
3
I know
was
there's multiple
going to be
posters. I don't know if there's any
following the
such
rest of
thing
the
as
shows
an
onto
actual
HBO
poster
Max,
anymore.
which I think is the
and
most
this
likely
lovely cast.
scenario
Your
if
art
they
was so
pick up a
influential
season 3.
on just comic book fans. So it was lovely to see
That is a
all of your
gorgeous
work
plate.
just sort of reflected in this movie, which was so much fun.
And it is very much in every way kind of an adaptation of your 3-issue arc, Demon Bear, that started, kind of launched you on the title and sort of changed the title into a very different kind of title. And your look certainly inspired the look of the film and the look of the characters and all that.
Seeing what you did with your direction, and again, with everybody, being the cast is just you inhabited the characters, so I can't not see the characters I drew without picturing all of you now. You brought it, and I am so honored and proud to know you as people and also as creative.
I don't know if that's too much,
talent.
but
the movie kicks.
let me know if that's a
ass
little bit better.
all over. I mean, it's just a phenomenal film. The lockdown happened like 1 or 2 days before Josh and I, we were going to do some Blu-ray
Shutter's been something
commentary.
I've been considering for a while, but I think I did like a free trial for
everything
it.
sort of shut down, and people have talked about this
but
being a cursed
I don't
film
remember
because it's sort of,
if I ever got around to actually watch
But
anything.
think
I
in
know
some
there's a lot of good
respects, the
stuff there.
Lockdown has actually kind of just amped up the level of interest. People are really rabid.
I like how they're bringing him on and talking about the
whole
influences.
curse, I guess, the Demon Bear curse. So I guess it's possible. I
into
guess
the
we're just so
film.
excited for the fans to be able to see it. Everybody's been waiting so long, and they're so enthusiastic online, and people have been so responsive to the trailers. Yeah, we're just excited for people to see it.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited about it.
Thank you so much for being here, Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to mosey, later.
All right, everyone, are we ready to talk about this movie?
Would anyone like to share?
Yeah.
I'm really curious,
Josh,
like you said, where it's
I
going
wanna
to
know,
land with this,
what
because
do you
they
love
did.
about
It is
the
going to VOD. I
Mutants
think they
comics?
already
Sort of
announced
what
that.
made you want to tell the Demon Bear saga on film?
Yeah, I finished making Fault in Our Stars for Fox, and I knew they had the X-Men franchise, and I had loved ever since
No
I was
problem,
a kid.
KO.
My best friend
Want
and
to make
I
sure
had
you guys can
loved,
hear it too.
I
Usually
love this
keep it
Demon
at
Bear
that
saga
level
and
for
this
like
run that
reactions, but
Bill
this
did
is
on
kind
these
of a
comics
different
because
thing,
it's sort of
so
mixed,
it'll be a little
dark
experimental.
fantasy and horror with superhero comics, and I'd never really seen anything like that before, and it looked so different than any comics that I read. They stuck out, and we've just thought about them for years. I remember sitting in my apartment in LA years before I made my first movie. I had a stack of New Mutant comics. And I was like, one day,
That's
maybe.
what I kind of sold me on this movie initially, was that pitch. It is a superhero horror film.
Really, it was the merging of all those
And that's what I
genres
want
into
out of it.
something different.
New mutants are dangerous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney owns all of the rights
Hello.
to
Hi.
everything Fox had as far as
What was it
distribution
like
and stuff. So
stepping into a
I would
new
see it on
world with such a
Hulu
large fan
rather than
base
Disney
after
Plus,
doing
depending
Game of
on
Thrones, which had
how this goes.
Such a huge fan base too, and playing such a more shy
Since they
and
have
reserved
majority
character in
stockholdership
Arya.
over Hulu.
Yeah, it was really
I don't know.
exciting. I was really thrilled to play someone like Rain because I've always kind of seen myself as more that character, and like I think she's very uncomfortable in her own skin, and like she wants to speak up and wants to say what she feels, but she's like constantly treading lightly. When I play Arya, I'm always like have to command the room and like be really brave and strong, and like that's kind of exhausting, and I don't really feel like that. And so it was really lovely to play someone like Rain, who really is just sitting and watching.
I think
and
that's very
and,
interesting too, because
she comes to
Maisie's
life
had a
when
history
she
of
is with Danny, but
insecurities,
in the group,
both with
she's
her personality and
somewhat quiet
her body
to
image and
herself,
everything like that.
And I mean,
And
the whole
her
X-Men fan
struggles with
base
it.
have just
It
been
definitely
incredible.
is an interesting
And,
character
I
to
mean,
balance
the New
off of
Mutants
that.
fan base, I guess.
But like she's so like cheerful and charismatic.
And they've just been like so
interesting. It's just
welcoming, and
I don't
yeah, I
know
guess this
how
whole
people
superhero world is
can like bury stuff
just
like that and
bonkers,
still
but
put on
I've clearly loved
the
it
face.
before, so I'm back again.
I thought it was a dream. I just lost control.
Anya,
Hi.
hi. From movies like Thoroughbreds to Emma, you sort of excel at playing this kind of misunderstood bad girl. Is it fun playing these kind of characters? And was it really fun getting to do all of those action scenes
I'm
as Magic?
brought in on the whole Reactor-Con thing.
Big time. Magic was actually, because we shot it a while ago, Magic was the first character I ever had that like stomped into a room.
You don't know anything about me. 16 years old and doesn't even know her power.
Okay,
I've
that
never,
makes
like,
sense, pop
experienced
culture.
that where,
They do have to wait for stuff
you know,
like that to
it's just
expire.
a lot of aggressiveness a lot of the time. But it was really fun, and I got to play around with that a lot. And the action scenes, yeah, I mean, the whole arm and the sword, you feel pretty cool.
I hope
think,
that's
when
the
you're-
case,
when you're doing
Trektopedia.
that.
I mean, a lot of the time,
Limitless potential.
Paige has a fair idea of what's going on,
What sort of draws
despite his
you
rep with a lot
to
of other people.
playing
So
these
we'll
sort
see
of
how that all
outcast
pans out.
misfit roles, you know, sort of like
What's up,
Sam,
Storm?
sort of
What's
like
up,
John
Darian?
in Stranger Things.
Yes,
and
yeah.
How are they sort of completely different from how you are, or the same?
Yeah, it's a good question about being drawn or being kind of looked at in that sense. I don't know. I think with Sam, I guess in a way where he would differ to, you know, a character like Jonathan from Stranger Things. I mean, obviously the powers element, but I don't know. I found that there was this like kind of strength. You know, there is a lot of strength in Sam and leadership qualities that he might have, you know, in kind of the future. You could see where he's going. I mean, you know, in the very beginning. And yeah, there was a real inner pain with Sam, and I guess that was, you know, a relation to, I mean, not that I have extreme inner pain, but it was, you know, something to go off to give where I can start my character. What I liked, I guess, you know, after seeing the movie as well and kind of going through the process
Wolverine.
of making it was, it is, you know, superhero film with those superhero elements that are fun, but you know, there was these real kind
The guy
of
in the top middle is the
conflicts to kind
director.
of go through as a character.
I
and something to grab
don't know if you were in there
hold
when I was talking
you
about it.
know,
I was like, I
kind
thought
of
he looked like a
create.
good
So
mix
it
between
was-
Benedict
yeah, it was
Cumberbatch
really fun.
and
Elise.
oh wow,
Hey.
that was cool.
Hi.
Like if you
Dr.
matched up
Cecilia Reyes
Benedict
is sort
Cumberbatch
of this
and James
wrangler
Marsters from
of
Buffy,
all the mutants in the movie.
who
Did
played
you
Spike.
find yourself sort of stepping into that role with the actors on set?
They're my babies. I wanted to understand a lot what Josh wanted from this woman, that she's trying to teach these you know, mutants to control their powers and kind of guide them.
I'm right
through
there
this
with you,
past and all
Darian.
that.
I can't wait to
As
see
a
Wolverine and
fan,
the
I
X-Men
was
and the
excited for
MCU.
it because I could see the details,
Can't wait to see what they
the personalities
do with that. I think
and
it's going to be a
the
while
nuances
down the
of each one
road
of
before
them.
we get any of
So it
that,
was
but
really
I'm really
nice
excited to see
it
what
as a
Kevin
fan,
Feige
as an
has in
actress,
mind for them.
how they were
Because he always
gearing
has
it
a
up. So
little bit of a
it
flair
was a
for
fun character to play.
reinventing some of
Knows
these
her run is
characters
not good. She runs
in an
weird.
authentic but new way at the same time.
And Blue, you've done this and you were on the originals too. Like, are you a big horror fan? And would you
nice,
say
Trek.
that anything you filmed in New Mutants sort of scared or creeped you out after?
I'm
I
actually
love
a
that.
huge horror fan. I feel like I've
That
seen
visual
so
is like
many
the
horror
epitome
films
of
that I run
like what you
out
think about with this
of
film, I
horror
think.
films to watch, unfortunately. And you know, whenever I feel like watching one, I'm like,
Oh, he was such a good
I've seen it.
Brainiac in
Actually, I feel that
Smallville.
way with most movies. I need to get a life. But no, you know, I don't think anything like scared me or like creeped me out after I filmed it. I think the entire idea of trying to
I hope this keeps
lead
that
a
like
movie
uncomfortable,
that big when I had never done anything but 7
claustrophobic,
episodes on a CW TV show was scary.
like
So
kind
I
of edge
think
that the
every day I
initial
left
trailer
set, I
kind of
was scared and creeped
radiates.
But
And the way the Winter Soldier feels like a
it was
spy
definitely just
thriller,
some freaky stuff.
I want this
think,
movie to
like, the
feel
opening
like
of the film
a horror
was
film.
definitely in like actually being barefoot and like throwing myself down a hill and like rolling down it and being stuck in a tree and things like that in the middle of the night, like the night shoots in the woods. That
Dude,
was
I
pretty
can't wait
scary.
for Flash either. Man, I'm really excited to see it.
Hi.
I still need to finish
When I was talking to
Smallville.
Josh, he mentioned a very fun
I mean, I've
story
seen
about a day
all
on
of the
set where
final
you did
season,
not drink any
but like
water,
I got
and
lost somewhere in the middle as
I
far
would
as
love you
keeping
to
up
tell
with
us
it.
about it.
I know what happens, but man, I love that show. Man, Tom Welling was so good in that.
And he's like, no.
Michael
no,
Rosenbaum
just
is
kidding.
still my
No.
favorite Flex, even though I like
Dude, that was
John
that
Cryer
was
a
thing
lot.
That I was trying to get right.
Michael
the
Rosenbaum is my
physicality of this
Lex, and I'll
you
I'll
know,
die on that
when
hill.
he emanates solar power, he becomes super strong. So I kind of had to look the part. You know, when you're stuck in the middle
That doesn't
of
look
nowhere
bad,
with
man.
a bunch of people your age, you're bound to eat a bunch of
Elemental effects,
you know,
like when you
bad
turn it
foods.
into a person like that, is always a little bit difficult. And I
And
think that
maybe
looked pretty
drink,
decent.
but,
It looked pretty good.
a day before my nutting up.
Because our brain
scene,
wants to make
I
sense
was
of
like,
it, and
okay,
it
maybe
just
I
always
should
does.
drink
There's
water.
always a little
That
bit
sounded
of
like
an
a good
uncanny
idea.
valley
Much
feel
regretted. Good
for it.
idea. Josh
Don't
was
forget that they kept
I was like-
rescheduling the scene. Don't forget that you kept on drinking water for many days.
oh my god! Yes, they kept rescheduling my scene, and I'm like,
Talking to the AD like, please, I need to drink water. You
This will
don't
be, this will be a deleted scene on the Blu-ray and the digital edition. So we got a bunch of little deleted scenes there, and one of them is you guys playing basketball. And I just remember going up to you and you were like, I haven't drank water all day, and I was like, why wouldn't you drink water? He's like, dude, I have to look amazing because I was like, I would
Dude,
never tell
like
you not to
being
drink
that
water. Go
ripped
drink
and
water
having
right
to be
now.
like that fit for certain
committed.
scenes that you
We
can't
did look
drink or
amazing.
eat anything
Yeah, you look
for like a day. Like that's like a struggle to look like cinematic superhero good.
and I'm never gonna look like that again.
I'll never do that. I'll never get that good. I'll never get that shredded ever, man.
For us, and he came and had lost an incredible amount of weight and was really skin and
thanks,
bones
Craig.
on that. Yeah,
Oh, no,
I mean, an
thank you.
incredible transformation. But he takes the physicality of it really seriously, and just like
I'm just glad you like the
amazing in
content.
that, and he looked amazing in a different way on the stand.
Terrifying on the stand, like about to die.
I think the fans
I always
will
try to
say
make it a
was
little bit
worth it
more
for the
than
pool
just
scene.
being about reacting.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes a 30-second clip can turn
One thing
into
that has
12
really
minutes.
excited fans so far too has been the Maisie and Blue relationship
Of me talking about
in
it.
the film. And, you know, how is it like working together? And are you really excited for fans to see, you know, this relationship blossom, which is so exciting for an X-Men film, for a superhero film in general?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maisie is such a
I met
goofball.
with Josh like
She's
a
such
while
like an
ago,
odd,
and then ended up getting
uh,
the part for Rain, and then we did a bunch
persona.
of chemistry reads to find Danny.
I love
And
it.
yeah, just from the first audition that we did together, we got on so well, and it was really wonderful
White gold
to
of
be able
imagination.
to see a relationship like
I
this in a typically
unfortunately
quite like
Can't read.
masculine and like just like world of like superheroes.
But thank you
and,
for
like,
hanging out.
It was just lovely to see these two fragile women who just protect one another and bring light out in each other. But I'm glad that the fans are so excited for it because
Casey,
I think it's really important to see relationships
I was thinking
like
about
this.
it.
And yeah, I mean, it was an absolute joy.
What was my
to work with you,
schedule
Blue.
set up
I
for?
think I actually think we're incling Blue and Maisie's screen test
That
as
is
an extra
after
as
this.
well, which is like
I
Blue
wasn't
was like
planning on it
like,
just
I don't-
because
Okay.
with the boys, what I really liked so much about my first time
we looked
through
high
it
and low for
was
Blue, and finding her was such an incredible.
'Cause I
thing.
never
don't know
read
that
the
we could have
graphic
made the
novel.
movie without her.
there's a lot
we
of
could not
graphic
find
novels I've just
someone
never
else. She
read or
was the
comic books
perfect
in
person
general.
for the part, and when we saw
but
her
I-
and Maisie together, it was just
that was one I had
it
never
was
heard
really
of
the
until
end
they
of
made the
story.
show
I
about
mean,
it.
I think they had to kiss, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure.
And I went into it completely blind.
So I mean, it was not
And
COVID times.
I am so happy that I
can't
did.
imagine how nervous
I didn't see any of the
am.
trailers. I
Like,
didn't see
oh,
anything
I
going
have
into
to
it. I
go
just heard people
kiss
talking about
my
it, and I'm glad because holy shit,
Like,
did I get
showing up to the
surprised all the
studio
time.
lot
So
or whatever,
I'm
like,
honestly,
I'm just
I reacted to the
sweating.
season 2 teaser trailer or
Very
whatever, but I
nerve-wracking.
feel like I want to,
As they say.
since it's not
really
that far
important,
away,
their
kind of stay
relationship
away
was
from it
certainly
just
the
to keep
spine of
myself
the movie in terms of following it.
I think like at the
from being
heart of it
spoiled.
is
So
just
I'm a
this
little,
really lovely love story.
as much as I love the
it's just
boys,
like,
I don't
it just
know
brings
if
it
I'm
back
going
to
to
reality, I
watch
think.
their
Just
panel.
like in the comics, they had a telepathic link already, and it just sort of naturally happened that way. We just wanted to have them be characters that you fell in love with as they fell in
I
love.
appreciate it,
I hear
Trek.
that you also
Take
have
care
a
and have a good
surprise for everyone.
good rest.
A gift for me and in the cast to the most patient fans like in the world. They've
Yeah,
stuck by us
Halloween
for so
Kills
long,
being
and they are
delayed was
just hyped to
sad.
see this movie. So
Because I was really
we
excited
brought
to see
them
that
the beginning of the
this
movie.
year.
So hopefully the opening will give them something to look forward to.
Well, here it is.
Well, I like
the
cats
opening
too,
scene
Michael.
of
Thank
the
you
New
for that.
Mutants.
I'm sorry for that too, by the way. Is this a new trailer? So yeah, Casey. Yeah, I want to, but at the same time, I don't. And I've got some other commitments later tonight that I just I had to make a judgment call. This one, there's so much like behind the scenes drama for this movie that I was really interested in seeing what they had to say about it. And just seeing them
There's
interact.
an old Native American
I don't know.
proverb that says, inside every person there are two bears, forever locked in combat for your soul. One bear is all things good, compassion, love, trust. The other is all things evil, fear, shame, and self-destruction.
What's happening? We have to run! As fast as we can! Wait!
Dude.
Don't let go of my hand!
The fuck is happening? What the fuck?
What's happening? Here, hide here. Have to go help them. No, Dad, please. Please don't leave me alone. Danny, I have to go back. Stay here.
I Holy shit. I think they are. I think this is like a little tease of this. The fuck?
All of you.
I know, man. Me too. The Marvel
If you weren't
logo.
here, you'd be in prison. Or worse.
Holy shit.
And you mutants are dangerous. We know. This place takes your greatest fear and makes you live through it.
Dude, I really can't wait for this movie.
Scary.
It can still be bad, but so much of what we've seen, look, what the holy fuck?
What are you doing? Gotta get better someday. Demon Bear!
Let's play a game.
Dude. I don't care. I'm hyped up for this movie. It looks like a trip.
I'm loving the like raving whale noises you've got going on.
Yeah, that's cool.
A siren.
So good.
I would go see that if I hadn't had to watch it so many times.
That was great.
We're excited for people to see it.
I think that we have one more special thing for the fans. We want to thank the super fans with the chance to be invited to attend an advanced screening of the New Mutants before it opens in theaters.
I think that was the
Wear
best
a
trailer
mask.
that we've seen for it.
Yes.
I can only assume that was Demon Bear destroying that town.
So tweet hashtag New Mutants Comic Con at home with hashtag New Mutants Screening Sweepstakes to enter for a chance to win. Let everyone know how much you
Might as
really
well.
want to see New Mutants. And
I might just get to see it finally.
I love how much of a
well,
meme
thank you everyone for
it
being here
is
today.
that this movie just will not come out. All right. We did it. We made it. We made it through the whole thing. So that was fun. I like their energy. Like I said, since quarantine and, you know, everything else that has led to us being in this situation, you know, people have been just to fill the time because there's nothing to work on. There's nothing like, there's been a lot of really interesting interviews that have been done like this in this format. And there's just something about it that feels a lot more natural and like you're getting real interaction, real involvement, and real information. Like, and as much as I like watching the traditional Comic-Con panels that exist and have existed, there's like a PR feel to everything that's being said, that's being talked about, that's being asked even by the presenters, moderator. And I don't know, even here, it just feels different. Like, you know, Grant Gustin's interviews via over Zoom like this, you know, the stuff that Michael Rosenbaum does on his podcast is all remote now. It didn't used to be, but it's still very insightful with Tom Cavanaugh, Grant Gustin, everybody. You know, the stuff that Zack Snyder's been doing, live streaming and doing live commentaries with the community. Like, it's opened a lot of things up. And I think it's really interesting how it's really the same thing, just minus the audience being in front of you. But there's something about just that change than being on the stage, than being like being in front of a lot of people that just feels more relaxed, more natural. And I really like that. I like that they can joke about this movie coming out. It doesn't seem like everybody, and I know Maisie Williams has talked about how disheartening, and a lot of the other actors, how disheartening and like negative it's felt that this movie has been on the shelf for so long, and they've all really moved past it in a lot of ways, and they put a lot of work into it. And then it got screwed over because of the Disney Fox merger. It got screwed over yet again because Disney didn't want to do anything with it or didn't know what to do with it. They had scheduled reshoots, but nobody wanted to pay for them. And I'm kind of glad for that. I think it was the reshoots in which they were trying to give it a lighter tone was everything I've heard. I don't know if that's substantiated, if that's true or confirmed anywhere, but I think, I don't know. I want to see it in this horror form. I want it to be dark. I want it to be threatening. I want it to be a thrill ride. I want it to be a horror movie, which just happens to have superheroes in it. And that's what I want out of it. And I think that's what we're going to get. I hope that's what we're going to get out of it. And I just really like seeing them all talk about it because obviously they've all lived well past the creation of this movie, save for the director who still lives with it, still working on it, still trying to get it put out there. The actors and actresses themselves, after they shoot it, pretty much move on. And when you put so much time into a thing for it to not come out, I'm or have anything done with it. I understand that. You know, I've made videos, I've created art, sung, stuff like that, and for things that don't quite make it out there or leave your, sometimes even just your head, it could suck. It sucks a lot. But it seems like they haven't really let it down. I mean, Maisie always had, you know, Game of Thrones to fall back on up until it ended. And Anna has been doing a lot of really good work and some just really substantial films. The other people in this I'm not familiar with whatsoever, so I don't know. I can't speak for them, but like they're coming in and they've obviously moved on and been able to like do things past this. But for some people, like maybe some of the other ones, some of the smaller actors, actresses, and stuff like that that don't necessarily have that, this was something that was huge and important. It just makes me, it just reminds me of the situation with Ray Fisher and Justice League, where that was supposed to be his time to shine. Then there was all the behind the scenes drama, behind the studio heads and all that stuff, just kind of putting it down. The movie that they wanted to make isn't the one that came out. It's like when it's, I don't know. It's a little depressing when you think about it like that, because they put a lot of heart and soul into that. And if it's not seen, it just, it sucks. I understand that out of it, but this is supposed to be going to VOD, I think was the latest announcement, because this was obviously pre-recorded, so I'm not sure if this was recorded prior to the announcement. It seems like it, because it still has the original release date on there, and I think, I don't remember what it's supposed to come out as now, but I'm pretty sure I remember reading that they've confirmed they will submit to it going to video on demand. Bill and Ted is going to video on demand now as well. So because right now every theater chain has suspended all of their reopening plans, because they originally was going to reopen at the end of June. That got pushed back to July. Now it was pushed back to August, and now there's literally no date whatsoever for any of the theater chains to reopen. And I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with these movies? I mean, they're still holding out on the huge ones, you know, like Wonder Woman 84, Black Widow, stuff like that. And honestly, I think this movie could be a huge one. Maybe not huge, but I think it would definitely have been a theatrical profit. But man, I don't know. It's like, it's such a weird time we're living in, but things have to adapt, things have to evolve, and if the theaters aren't going to open, they got to do what they need to do to get it out there, I guess. You got to get something out of it. A lot of money went into making these films, so I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say for it. I really like seeing them all interact. So yeah, that's it for this one. So as far as what I got planned, tomorrow, there is a continuing the legacy of the Avatar. So it's water, earth, fire, air, continuing the Avatar legacy at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anything I have, since I'm on the East Coast, I've usually posted Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be covering that. It coincides with the Walking Dead panel, which I personally am interested in. I don't think a lot of the people that follow the channel are. And out of the Walking Dead versus the Avatar, I'm always going to choose the Avatar. So I'm going to be checking out that panel and see what that's about. Continuing the legacy. It makes me wonder if they're going to be setting up some kind of follow-up or continuation, maybe in a new series post-Korra, or we know the live action reboot is coming about. So I'm really interested in that. As far as that goes, there was also like a Lucasfilm publishing thing that I saw was being talked about. And again, I don't know how I feel about it, so I'm probably going to stay out of that. But Saturday is when it's going to get fun, because Zack Snyder is going to be presenting at Justice Con, and we're going to be getting new footage of the Snyder Cut, as well as a lot more fun new information, and a lot of that other stuff. Over on my Twitch, I've been streaming Ghost of Tsushima a lot, so if you want to, go follow me over there. Been having a lot of fun with that game. It's a blast, so if you want to see me play anything, I'm over there. That's it for today, guys. Thank you everybody who kind of tuned in here. It's like, it was really fun to interact in a live setting with you guys as well. it's not always easy with everything going on to respond to all the comments on the videos, which I've been trying really hard to do. But sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but I'm trying. I love you guys so much. Hope you're all safe, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.